Members of the Powell County Search and Rescue Team are back home after going to help rescue efforts in western Kentucky. They say after hearing of the devastation, they knew they needed to do what they could, especially since they got so much help after severe flooding earlier this year. Allie Blake talked to the team about their experience.
16 members from Powell County Search and Rescue made their way back here to Clay City after helping out the tornado victims from Dawson Springs and Mayfield. They say scenes out there look like a war zone, and there still is a lot to be done on the road to recovery.
The team assisted in finding the missing and even helped some of the families pick up the pieces. On the first night, the team planned to sleep in their vehicles. Fortunately, a stranger invited all 16 of them and their dogs to stay the night after helping out. The team is planning on going back to western Kentucky as soon as they can.
But you know, they still got several months to go, and they're still going to be needing stuff several months from now. So, you know, people need to think about that. If people can start gathering up some stuff now and, you know, holding it back for 30 days or so and just stockpile it and then take it to them, because from what I've seen and the receiving and getting down there, as many people that's lost what they've had, that stuff's going to go quick.
The Powell County Search and Rescue Team, along with the Clay City Fire Department, will be taking donations to send to western Kentucky indefinitely to help out the families still in need. In Powell County, Allie Blake, WKYT.
Anyone who wants to donate can drop off their items at the Clay City Fire Department. Big Sandy Community and Technical College is also helping those in need. CDL instructor Brian Phillips saw the devastation in an area where he had a personal connection and brought up the idea of filling a tractor trailer with supplies and donations, offering his time and energy to bring supplies to Owensboro Community and Technical College. BSCTC faculty and staff came together and began taking donations in the Mountain Arts Center parking lot today in an effort to deliver hope to those who need it most.
You need to have those basic needs met, your food, your shelter, your safety, security, in order to move forward. So that's what we're trying to do, is help bring that stability and meet those basic needs so that they can continue to move forward in their lives.
The college's trailer will be in the MAC parking lot for the rest of the weekend, and you can learn more about the donation drive coming up tonight at 6. An eastern Kentucky town is sending encouragement west as they start the rebuilding process. West Liberty was one of the places hit by a deadly EF3 tornado back in 2012. That twister traveled 86 miles and killed 8 people. Shelby Lofton has more.
Nearly 10 years ago, the city of West Liberty was hit by a devastating tornado. The city was forced to rebuild, a process many people here tell me they're still in the middle of.
We knew the storm were going to be bad that day, and we'd already sent most of our employees home.
On the evening of March 2nd, 2012, folks in Morgan County hunkered down. 140-mile-per-hour winds blew through multiple counties.
The telephone poles in the highway, it was just a mess.
Howard Elam came out of his safe place to a crushed downtown West Liberty.
As far as the cleanup, the debris and stuff, that just took a matter of weeks. You can clean all that up and people get that cleaned up, but the rebuilding, it takes a long time.
Elam says nearly 10 years later, West Liberty is back to what it was. He says rebuilding was a long, hard process. He says all Kentuckians are suited for the work.
People will pull together and do the things they need to do to come back.
And the folks here tell me they believe western Kentucky will rebuild. They just need the reassurance to know they can. In West Liberty, Shelby Lofton, WKYT.
Elam says some buildings in West Liberty now have enhancements designed to withstand severe weather.
This is a bit breezy this afternoon, but so far so good when it comes to the weather situation around the mountains today. Some of us, though, beginning to work some showers into the area. I-75 at London, you see the sunshine we've seen a little bit today, combined with those winds helping those temperatures get very, very warm. And then as we head into those last couple of frames, That's when those showers are moving in. Warm temperatures. London's gotten to 69 today. Right now it's 67, but if that is official, that will tie the record high. And I'm looking over at the weather wire, and it looks like we do have some record event reports to take a look at here in just a moment. Wind speeds out of the south and west right now, 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to continue to see that wind as we head through at least the evening hours around the region. In terms of the rainfall, well, the leading edge now moving through portions of Morgan and into Magoffin counties now, and also working into portions of Lawrence County, parts of Breathitt County, and that leading edge sneaking on into Clay County as well at this hour. But the heaviest of the rain working back into portions of Wayne, McCreary, and even Pulaski counties at the moment. That's all along that frontal boundary. This is the one that caused all that severe weather in the plains last night. Really lost a lot of its punch, but we are still keeping an eye on some of those pockets of heavier rain possible as we finish out the night tonight and into the daytime hours tomorrow. So for tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies with those showers increasing. We're actually closer to the 50s for overnight lows rather than the 40s. I'll have the latest on when those showers look to move in earnest coming up in just a bit.
Evan, thank you. With the holidays coming up, health officials are concerned about a possible surge in COVID cases. Spokesperson Kevin Hall says more people are gathering inside and going to events. This is out of Lexington. Health leaders anticipate the arrival of the Omicron variant in Kentucky, but are still worried about the Delta variant. Hall says about 80% of all COVID hospitalizations are among the unvaccinated or not fully vaccinated, and warns that people attending holiday parties should be fully vaccinated and boosted.
Too many people aren't doing the things they need to be doing, like wearing masks and staying home when they're sick.
Health officials say it's important to follow these safety protocols since it is also flu season. The nursing shortage has been an ongoing problem in the United States for many years, and the pandemic has only made things worse. Recently, Governor Andy Beshear declared Kentucky's ongoing nursing shortage an emergency, taking executive action to attempt to boost enrollment in nurse training programs. The problem is not just getting nurses in jobs, but more so keeping them there.
We've actually had two additional nursing programs open in our area in southeastern Kentucky in the last 5 years. We still continue to have a shortage. I've been really blessed here at Baptist Health Corbin because I've been able to recruit new graduates. The problem is keeping them.
There are more than 16,000 nurses that Kentucky is predicted to be short of by 2024. We'll hear more later on how Baptist Health in Corbin is continuing to fight this problem and how Governor Beshear's plan can help. The White House has a new plan to get more truckers on the road. The Biden administration's Supply Chain Disruptions Task Force will unveil its trucking action plan. It's an effort to address a shortage that some industry insiders say has grown to 80,000 unfilled jobs. The American Trucking Association says that could grow to 160,000 by 2030. The plan also establishes a joint initiative between the Departments of Labor and Transportation to recruit new drivers. Across the country, more than 10% of child care workers have left the industry during the pandemic. Nationwide, the average child care worker makes just more than $12 an hour, and in this competitive hiring market, other industries are raising wages to attract workers. The American Rescue Plan passed by Congress in March spent billions to keep the child care industry afloat.
Parents can't pay more. Early childhood educators can't earn any less, and so it's going to continue to take significant public funding in order to fix this problem.
President Biden's Build Back Better plan would invest close to $400 billion in child care, boosting wages, offering universal free preschool for 3- and 4-year-olds, and guaranteeing middle-class families pay no more than 7% of their income on child care. Coming up on First at 4, unemployment claims depart from a pandemic-era low. We'll have that and more in our Money Lunch report.
And watching a few showers right now on Pinpoint Doppler, and there's plenty more where those came from. I'll have those details on the way.